Hey guys, welcome back to my channel again. And today we are going to have another interesting session on some of the measures we are going to see from basic statistics for data science, of course, right? For those who are new to my channel, this is the details of myself on in front of your screen. Okay, for more details and for more information about me, I have already created an introduction video which is discussing about my total experience and all. You can please watch that, search it on my channel, right? And let us begin with today's session where we are going to discuss the some of the measures of basic statistics. So we have already seen few measures, namely the measures of central tendency and measures of dispersion. Okay, and those measures are called as mean, median, mode, then variance, standard deviation, and range. Okay, so all these six different measures we have seen, and this is going to be the seventh episode. So in earlier six episodes so far, what we have seen is we have understood what are the data types, what is random variable, what is probability, what is probability distribution, how many types of probability distributions we can have. Then we have also seen how to do the sampling, what is sampling funnel, okay, and what are the different terminologies basically used when it comes to sample statistics or analyzing the data, right? So after looking at the two measures of business decisions, which are very important one, okay, now we are going to learn another two important measures for the analysis, and those are skewness and kurtosis. So skewness is a measure for asymmetry in the data. It gives us the asymmetry available in the data, and kurtosis will talk about the thickness available within the data, right? So what is all this terminology means? Let us understand one by one. Okay, so when we say skewness and when we say asymmetry within the data, then what we are talking about? We are talking about the data distribution. We are talking about the data distribution, right? Skewness is also called as third moment of business decision. Kurtosis is also called as fourth moment of business decision. Skewness will discuss about the asymmetry in the distribution. Kurtosis will discuss about peakness or peakiness of the distribution. Both can be measured mathematically, and these are the mathematical formulas to calculate both of them. To calculate the skewness, we multiply, this is called expected value, multiplied by, this is square bracket, this is round bracket, x minus mu, round bracket complete, upon sigma, square bracket complete, to the power 3, right? And when I convert it into the power 4, instead of power 3, if I say power 4 minus 3, it becomes the formula for kurtosis, right? So for those who are interested in the mathematics behind it, I will create a separate video on that. Okay, so here what it gives, of course, because it is a mathematical formula, it gives me some values. That value, numerical value, of course. So that value can be either negative or positive. Even for kurtosis, it is going to give me the values. So that value can be either negative or positive. Now, based on their negativity or positivity of those values, the differentiation of skewness and kurtosis changes. If we have a negative skewness value, which means the mass of the distribution is concentrated towards right. And if I have a positive skewness value, if I have a positive skewness value, then which means the mass of the distribution is distributed towards left in the plot, right? So this is what the asymmetry within the data. So if I have a negative kurtosis skewness, I will get a distribution like this, right? So this distribution, whenever we get, we call it as a right skewed data, or we also call it as positively skewed data, or we also say that long tail is on the right. Whereas for this one, it is a negative value for skewness which we have got. It is called as negatively skewed data. Negatively skewed data distribution, positively skewed data distribution, right? Or long tail is towards left hand side, or left skewed data. These are the names for this type of distribution. Now let us understand it a little bit more details. So let me check whether I have, yes, blank. So earlier what we have seen in our first moment of business decision, we have seen, which is also called as measures of central tendency. In that we have seen mean, median and mode, how to calculate that and all, and what is the meaning of that, right? When we were discussing about this, or when we were learning about this, we were actually talking about the center point of the data, the center point of the data. In the second moment of business decision, which is also called as measures of dispersion, and again there were three measures, right? Here it was mean, median and mode. Here it was variance, standard deviation and range. So when we were discussing or learning this, we were actually talking about so if this is my center and if this is the data points available on my axis and this is the distribution I am having, then I am talking about how far away each data point is lying in the plot from the center. So I am talking about the variation of this data from the centrality of the data. And of course, when I am talking about range, I am talking about minimum value and maximum value. When I say standard deviation, means I am talking about what is the average variation all these data points are having from the centrality. So this becomes my first moment business decision, second moment business decision. In third moment business decision, which is the skewness. I'm talking about the asymmetry within the distribution. So whether the distribution is like this or whether the distribution is like this or whether the distribution is like this. So let us understand this one first, right? If I have a data which is exactly having a normal distribution, then its central point will be over here, and I would say the mean of the data or median of the data or mode of the data is lying exactly at the center of the distribution, right? So it is a normal distribution, it is a symmetric distribution, so we can say 50% data is this side, 50% data is this side, and it is exactly having a mirror image. The left side plot or the data points are exactly having a mirror image of right side. If I continue this to understand a different type of distribution, let's say I am having a data distribution like this. Now what happened over here? This is my positively skewed data distribution. So I'm going to have that numerical value of, by using that formula, is going to be the positive one. And why it is called positively skewed or negatively skewed? Because obviously center point is going to be 0, suppose, just for assumption purpose. If suppose this is 0, so how we plot always? Whenever we plot anything on the axis, okay, so the middle point will always 0, positive values will be this side, negative values will be this side. So whenever I have a skewness value as positive, okay, then I will get a long tail towards right side, and the distribution will be like this. So the positive values will be on this side. Okay, the other meaning of this is obviously the mean of my data, because the data is towards left side, okay, mean will be attracted towards this side. Okay, so I'm going to have, for any such distribution, always my mean is going to be on this side of the data distribution. So this is going to be my mean. Then this is going to be my mode, because this is a peak over here. Okay, so mode is going to be this. Okay, that is a peak point of the distribution, and my median is going to be this one. My median is going to be this one. So my median will lie between mean and mode. Always it is going to be the condition or case when I have a positively skewed data. Similar way, if I have a negatively skewed data, then the distribution will look like this. And in such scenario, if my distribution is like this, then in such scenario my mean is going to be here. My median is going to be here. Please try and understand, guys. I'm not a very good person in drawings, and my mode is going to be this. So the pickiness, actually, where the highest peak point is there, that is going to be my mode. Right. So whenever I have a positively skewed data, or I may say right skewed data, my mean is always greater than my median value, and which is always going to be greater than the mode. Whenever I have a negatively skewed data, then my mean will be lesser than my median, which will be lesser than my mode. Okay, for negatively skewed data or left skewed data. Now one question comes into the mind that, okay, we have understood the representation and the meaning of this, but why this, when we calculate this, what are these values are important? What is the interpretation of this value, or where we can use them? Right? Interpretation we have already seen, how to interpret the distribution based on the values of skewness or kurtosis, right? But then where we can use it? So we can use it in finalization of our sample size calculation. So whenever I want to do any analysis on the data, if I want to finalize the sample size, how much sample size is good enough to do my analysis, to derive that sample size, I'll use this formula. So these are going to be the precise conditions, okay, for my sample size to be adequate enough, I would say, right? So the formula will be n should be greater than, n is nothing but my sample size, small n, remember, small n denoted by, or denotes sample size always. So that shall be greater than this calculation, that is 10 multiplied by the skewness of that data which I am having as a sample right now, okay, square of that, multiplied by 10, okay. The sample which I am having should be always greater than, I mean, this condition has to be satisfied. So for example, if I am having 150 samples, and if the skewness is 160, which means that the condition is going to be not satisfied. Skewness is not 160, sorry, 16 or 10, suppose 10. If the skewness is 10, then the squaring of it becomes 100 multiplied by 10 is going to be 1000. So here 150 is not greater than 1000, right? So until and unless this condition satisfies, I will keep on adding new samples, new values for the samples. And once any of this condition satisfies, I will stop and I will use that as my final sample size for my analysis purpose or calculation purpose, right? So here K3 denotes skewness, K4 is kurtosis. So I can calculate the kurtosis value as well as we calculate the skewness value by a mathematical formula, and I replace these values into these formulas, okay. I can use either one of them or both of them. At least one condition has to be satisfied. If one condition is satisfied, I can go along with that sample size to do my further analysis. I'm going to discuss this sample size calculation again when we are going to discuss the sampling variation and how to decide upon samples, etc., etc., right? So similarly, as we have seen the skewness, which will be calculated by this formula, similarly there is one formula for kurtosis. And what is kurtosis? Kurtosis is basically discussed about the pickness or pickedness of the data, and it is also called as the fourth moment business decision. So you can see here, if I can have, you know, positive and negative values again for the kurtosis. If I have a positive kurtosis value, means the pickedness is at the center. And if I have a negative kurtosis value, which means there is a wider peaks available. There are a lot of peaks, okay, and peaks are not concentrated at one point. Peaks are spread across the plot. So for symmetric distribution, negative kurtosis implies wider peaks and thinner tails. So these are the thinner tails over here, right? So we can also have the broader tails. So I can also have a tail like this, or flatter plot like this, right? So this is how we calculate the skewness and kurtosis value, and we use these values for the purposes as I have just explained to you. That is to calculate the sample size and to understand the distribution of the data, how symmetrically or asymmetrically the data is distributed, or how what is the peakedness the data is having, or how widely the data is distributed. So to understand that, we basically go for skewness and kurtosis. So in short, what we have understood is, for first moment we have discussed the central point. For second moment we have seen the dispersion, that is the variation of the data from the centrality. For third moment we have discussed the asymmetry in the distribution. Right? And in the fourth moment we have discussed the thickness of the distribution. Right? So these are the four important moment of business decisions we normally use for our analysis purpose when it comes to data science related project or statistical analysis related projects when we are working, right? And that's it for today's session when it comes to the third and fourth moment of business decision, that is skewness and kurtosis. If you have any questions, any doubts you want to ask, you can please ask me through various mediums or various communication mediums available, which I am going to mention in my description of this particular video, or any video for that matter. All the communication details are given. You can comment on YouTube channel, you can write me email, you can access me or approach me from LinkedIn or my Facebook page, right? Or you can even WhatsApp me, right? Ask any of your question anytime, okay? I will definitely try to solve your queries. And if you have any feedback or suggestion as well to improve the quality of the learnings or my teaching style or whatever suggestions you are having, please mention them as well, so that I will try to improve upon that as well. And till now, if you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly do that, so that, and of course hit the bell icon, so that you will get all the notifications for my updated and regular videos, because of which you will not miss on any one of them. And you can also like the Facebook page, so that you will get the alerts whatever discussion I am discussing on Facebook pages. You can also connect me through LinkedIn, so that even at times I used to post some articles over there, so you will get updated or you will get updates from there as well, right? So thank you very much for joining, guys. Bye bye, see you, take care.